Hello, my name's Abby. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. It is lovely to have you here. So this video is just a little quick, rambly, unscripted thing talking about a project that I have given to myself for this year. And that project is to read all 41 Discworld novels. Now, I am a fan of Terry Pratchett. Witches Abroad and Mort are two of my favourite books of all time. But I've not read all of the Discworld novels. I've not even read half of the Discworld novels. And I've been meaning to change that for a while. But what spurred me on to do it as a sort of year-long challenge was that my best friend in the whole world, wonderful, wonderful woman, has been pestering me for a while to read the Tiffany Aching books, which is a series of 5 books in the Discworld canon that are aimed at young adult. I believe outside of Tiffany Aching, out of the 5 Tiffany Aching books, there's one other young adult book, Maurice and his Magical Mice or something. I should have looked that up before starting, but whatever. It's a casual video, super cash. And I've not read it, so I don't know. But this wonderful friend pestered me to read Tiffany Aching. One of the pillars of our friendship is her pestering me to read stuff, and then me reading it like 2 years after she told me to, because I'm just a bit crap like that sometimes. And I finished the Tiffany Aching series. I read them all on Audible because I had a credit and thought, sod it, let's get that book that my friend has been pestering me about, which was The We Free Men, which is the first Tiffany Aching book, and massively fell in love with them. Love Tiffany Aching as a character, love the Feagles as characters, as a fantasy race. Brilliant. Very funny books, very sad books as well. And I'll talk about this when I get there. But the timing for me reading the Tiffany Aching books was pretty good because they do talk a lot about death and grief. And I lost my grandma in the summer of 2019, so a lot of the We Free Men really hit home, so that was what kind of barreled me on to read the rest of them, and I finished The Shepherd's Crown a few weeks ago now. And I hadn't realised at the time, but The Shepherd's Crown was the final Discworld novel. I believe it was published posthumously. It was sort of incomplete, which you can kind of tell. And again, I'll talk about this when I get there. But having read the final Discworld novel, I was like, well, I need to go back and read all of them. So I hopped onto World of Books, who are a massive second-hand book store. I'll leave a link down below. Obviously, none of this is sponsored. If you look at the view count, it'll be something between 0 and 27. So nobody's giving me any money. This isn't sponsored by Audible. This isn't sponsored by World of Books. This is just where I got these things. And I hopped on and bought the first 5 Discworld novels. I had initially wanted to get this particular paperback run because my mum has all of the Discworld novels. She has a whole bookshelf dedicated to Discworld, and all of the earlier ones she got in paperback because they were cheaper, and then later on, when my parents were more financially stable, she bought the hardbacks. But I've ended up getting a mix of different prints, these 2 different runs. This is a posthumous paperback run. This was $4.99 when it was published, so this is old. Let's have a quick look. This is 1994, I believe. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Ended up getting a mix of them because that was what was cheapest, and I just chose the cheapest version. A very quick shout out to World of Books because the first 5 books in the series, plus shipping, came to under £25, which is great. Generally, I'd want to buy books from, buy books new, but Terry Pratchett is dead, so I'm not stealing money off him, if you see what I mean and what my thinking is there. And also, like, I don't have the money to buy these all new. One at a time they'd be about £8, I think. How much was this new? £9. £9 a book. I can't spend 50 quid on 5 books right now because of stuff that's going on in my life. I'm alright though. But anyway, I got all of those. They're in really good condition as well. They were listed as very good condition, and I completely agree with that. One of the covers, Equal Rights, has a little dint out of it here, but I don't know if that was in postage or if it was like that. But what's important is the words are on the page and all the pages are in the book. That's all I care about, because I'm also not somebody, I used to be, but I am not now somebody who is precious about books. I used to be very careful not to bend the spine or anything like that, and I hated dog earing. But now, after doing a creative writing and literature degree, I love a well-used, well-loved book. I love seeing a nice cracked spine. I love seeing any dog earing. I love, it makes the book feel more alive to me. So if you disagree and you think books should be kept in as pristine condition as possible, I'm not going to argue with you, but these are mine, so it doesn't matter. So the plan is to read all the Discworld novels by the end of 2021, and I am going to do a little chat about each book. What I liked, what I didn't like, what I thought about it, just stuff like that. Everybody's spoken about Terry Pratchett's writing, and I don't know if I'll have anything particularly new to say, but I like talking about books. I miss doing my degree like crazy, so I'm filling in that void. But instead of writing essays, I'm just going to talk at you about these books. Full disclosure, I am already halfway through The Light Fantastic, which is the second one. So I am going to immediately film my review of The Colour of Magic, so I will look exactly the same in the next video. I don't know when I'll put those up, but it's not like I have an upload schedule. Just put those up as and when I read them and finish them. They're not very difficult to read, so probably won't be too long between uploads. So yeah, that's the plan. I am hopefully going to read all 41 Discworld novels. Full disclosure, I might not reread the Tiffany Aching ones, because I have read those quite recently. But we'll see. I might reread them before I do a review, because I'll probably have forgotten them by the end of the year. So if you are interested in hearing my thoughts, feelings, opinions on each Pratchett novel individually, please do subscribe to the channel. It would be lovely to have you here. And I will hopefully see you in the next video, where we'll talk about The Colour of Magic.